Okay, this is the next poem in the American poet Elegy for the Light series. Actually, book has not been released yet, but still working on it. So this is still technically work in progress. This poem is about the two characters you just met for the first time, named Galway Girl and John Doe. They are traveling throughout the city. It's a city in California, just basically having a good time. And this is the poem, and the title for this poem is called Alcohol. And of course, every time I switch characters, I'll mention that. Like, I'll just say we switch characters to this character, etc. So here we go. So it's called Alcohol. Alcohol. The first speaker is Galway Girl. Wild nights, our luxury, our debauchery. Then we switch to John Doe. Our chance to pulverize the heart of a nation, the endless chant of the Taliban. She stood there and knew that her life was over, better dead than locked away with no education, in no way ever to share the light inside her soul. The light no longer shines on us, bank accounts emptied in a single moment, left stranded and alone. And I take a drink and forget all of these things, unbridled rage. The world means nothing to me. We take a sip of the gasoline, the tears running down our hearts. We ourselves will never cry, only stand in shock, pummeled now and forever to the ground. This is not the world I wanted, so I gallivant across the city. The crowd can see me rising from the rubble of eternal war. Flash forward into the future, and you will forget what we're fighting for. Love conquers all, but hate leaves nothing left to conquer, no souls remaining to crush. This will be my protest, my heart emptied like a magazine, the shell inside me filled with bitter nectar. Keeping my mind off what I feel. And then we switch to a new character, introduced for the first time. His name is Joey Rocket. I stand up shouting, "Let's go, Brandon," until the whole world hears, but no one can stop the flood of fire from the sky. I agree, says the President Masked Man. Throw them onto the streets and snuff out all the deceased voices who stand against my government. She was left alone in the desert sand, the light strangled until the breath of God is gone. Our hearts have disappeared from within our souls. When everyone was screaming, "Let's go, Brandon," all that's left of us now a gaping hole. Pain and pleasure, punk rock truly dead, when the corporations all spewing the same message, fall in line, comply, deaf to the flood of voices shouting from all the states. No one would come back to save us. There would be nothing left to save. 1,000 guns firing off, shouting the same message, fall in line, comply. I dream at night of the oceans that I sink through. Not far from the house of barbed wire, some suffering soul suffocates. The ringing in my ears, shredding the candle in the darkest night. We break what is beautiful to find out what it is, forcing those who don't agree to listen to the sound of their loved ones being blown out like a candle. And the tone stays in my mind forever, but I will resist forever. And then we switch to Galway Girl. Stand here with me and read me like a tattoo. Read my mind like broken dreams on the boulevard of a desperate world. If there is one thing I know, one life I hold, always clawing forward forever. There is nothing here that is not beautiful. No one I know that is not meant to be here. We all raise our glasses at the bar. The morning brings with it anxiety, which will never flee from us, but let your words flow forever. Beauty was meant to be experienced, breathed in and anchored inside you, never let go. Always loved, united, ingested, glorified. And then we switch to John Doe. The oceans that submerged my heart would never spit me out again. The shining lights above us, the life of laughter, the truth of reaching out for those stars, fighting with you forever to find them. Take a drink with me and sink away from their control. This is the end of their control. Hold me closer each morning. Fall with me into the future, which we will never know. In the face of his crimes, prodded always, and standing behind barbed wire fences, the depth of my beating heart burning, silenced, resonating with heat throughout the world. I know you will squeeze me until no more song will be heard in my lungs again. And that's a poem. I hope you liked it. Thank you.